What's up, degenerates? Right, true for today, we're going to be focusing on Naas. Two interesting runners, come to them in a second. Let's just recap yesterday. Let's start with the YouTube. We had Aalma kicking off a nice winner, tipped up the night before. We also had Phantom Flight that won as well at 3-1. He won well in York. He seems to be a very progressive horse. Nice to see him, you know, having the good run behind him the last day and stepping up and winning well. I also had Great Dame. She looked the winner for much of the way, but a filly came out of the clouds and just grabbed her late. Good performance by the winner that day, lads. I thought the stout filly, I thought she done very well. She came through the field like a hot knife through butter to run down a very good filly. Now, Great Dame definitely is a decent filly, so I think the stout filly, Bashkarova, was that her name? Jeez, she looked very good. Could be one to follow for the rest of the season wherever she goes. Then, yeah, so we had, what else had I got? I had one horse, Sacred as well. Sacred, I'm disappointed I tipped up Sacred because I got done on her in Goodwood the last day as well. And in Goodwood the last day, although she stayed on, looked unlucky, was never in the race, I just got the gut feeling, she just fucking didn't fly home either, you know what I mean? So, just live and learn there. Yeah, just probably should have left her off yesterday after getting stung on Goodwood. But anyway, we burnt our fingers again yesterday. We live and learn. Who else have we got? Right, the Patreon service. We did have a nice winner, 5 points win on Chipstead at 100-30. We also had the horse each way in the Ebor. He finished third. Thought he ran a massive race, to be fair. Just wasn't good enough on the day. Frankie the Tory Majestic in the saddle. Also had V-Sight in Sandown. He ran well, finished third. That looked a very good race, lads. Go to that handicap. Take a few out of that one. And we also had... who else have we got? East side. Regional each way. Regional was very disappointing. Cost us an each way accumulator. Not like him to run that bad. Maybe something was amiss. Looked very progressive, and there you go. You get a very progressive profile. You know, barely ever runs a bad race, and coming in off the back of a career best, and just then doesn't blow us out and run its race. There's just nothing you can do. You can't prepare for that kind of run of form with a horse when he has the perfect profile coming in off the back of, you know, some really solid runs, and that happens. But yeah, still a really solid day overall with all the tips. 3 winners, couple of placed horses. And unlucky on the YouTube accumulator, 1 let us down. Sacred let us down for the each way accum there, and 1 horse let us down for the each way accum on the service. So look, we're getting closer to a big score. Right, today 3 gone out on the service. Link is in bio for that. Right, 2 for YouTube. 5 o'clock. Goody 2 shoes in Naas. This was very impressive by Fastnet Rock. We go a point win 11-8. I think this filly looked above the average on debut. She was green. She really hit the line and won very well. And I know this is a decent race, but looks a decent type. Now, she will have to be as good as she looked on debut to win this on her second start, but you know, she did look very good. She's had plenty of time since then, so hopefully she's even more streetwise, and coming from this camp, she should take a step forward again. These horses tend to improve from debut run. Not all of them, a lot of them do win, but most of them tend to improve from it. So we'll go with that. And also in the 5:30 at Naas, is it Aalma Libre. This is trained by Natalie Lupatini, or however you pronounce her name. She's had a really good year, lots of winners. And if you forgive the Galway run, this horse had some rock solid form and some decent handicaps. I'm going to go a point each way at 8-1. Young Danny Gilligan getting a very valuable, I think he gets a few pounds off in this race. He might get 4 off in this race. Could be an apprentice race. I'm not too sure. But young Danny Gilligan takes the ride, who's really well experienced, well-rounded jockey from the horse and pony racing ranks, came through the flapping scene, would have ridden, I'd have watched him ridden a lot of winners through the years. So definitely a really good jockey. So we'll go a point each way at 8-1. So Goody 2 shoes, the 5 o'clock, Aalma Libre and the 5:30. And yeah, 3 gone out for the Patreon service today, 7-1, 15-2, or 13 to 2, 5 to 2, 3 of them there. If you want them, links in the bio. And yeah, best of luck today. 3 winners yesterday. Thought we were unlucky in a couple of other spots where horses ran really well as well. But look, on to today now. Let's finish the month really, really strong. So yeah, as always, frustrating days will come and go. But the last couple of days, there was a 20 to 1 winner. I've had four winners in the last 2 days. 20 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1 and 100 to 30 between the service and thing. Now let's really pick up now. I just want to see a bit more of a consistency run now for the rest of the month, and start really clawing into them now, because it's been a little kind of a wavy run there the last week. But yesterday we could have really hit them hard if regional could have just held his form. Anyway, on to today. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Only the strong will survive.